Okay, folks, I'm back for the final match of the day. So I got caught up talking with a lot of people. We were all watching that previous match over Bly's shoulder. Bly ended up winning 2-1, which is pretty cool. But this means Snute faces off against Seither, and Snute actually lost the first time these two fought each other. And he's really not... whoops. But he's really not so confident in his matchup versus Terran right now. I have a lot to comment on that because I was just hanging out speaking with him. But as you can hear, the beeps are going, the game has begun, and let's get into this final best of 3 today. After this, I can finally pack up and maybe, if I'm lucky, catch some friends for dinner. But I'm pretty sure, being 11 o'clock, everyone is done. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we get into the rematch of Seither versus Snute. This is the last chance for either of these players to make it to the round of 16 of WCS Austin. To the bottom, excuse me, nope, already messing it up. To the top left side of Dreamcatcher, we got the red Zerg player. He's repping Team Liquid. When I can't speak, it's Snute. I didn't find food on the break, if that's not obvious, guys. The bottom right side on Dreamcatcher, we have the blue Terran Seither. One of the players I am less familiar with, because of course he comes from the other side of the globe. One that is unfortunately usually unable to compete in a lot of what we do. But if you did not see the first matchup, neither did I, of course. The big thing to note simply was the fact that Snute lost. Now, again, I'm talking back with stage with him, just kind of chilling, waiting for the matchup to come up. And he's talking a lot about the new Marauders, but more importantly, how these new maps have completely turned things around on him. ZVT was a dominating matchup for Snute. He had an insanely good way to play against. His macro was on point. This guy could take anybody to 100 drones and still win the game. But some complaints about the new, or rather old, Marauder, combined with the fact that the matchups have been swapped up. Supposedly now, with the maps being what they are, ZVP and ZVZ are like far better than his ZVT. So again, I know very little about our Terran. We'll see how he does. It'll be really cool if there's an upset here, because I think Seither, if he could 2-0 Snute back-to-back, that would be, in my opinion, quite an upset. On the other hand, too, I do want to see Snute do well. You've heard me mention it several times today, and I'm going to do it again. He's had the roughest story for this tournament. He had like a 15-hour delay getting here. He barely got here in time, literally 2 minutes from a disqualification. He hasn't been home to sleep. He hasn't had a chance to rest or nap. He's been grinding since the round of 80. I mean, Snute came out to play, and it would be heartbreaking if this is where his tournament life came to an end. But I think one of the things is, regardless of whatever style Seither, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, by the way. If there's any fans who could correct me, Seither. One of the things is, we saw Scarlet do some disgusting cheeses to Kelazur, walk out of there clean with a 2-0. And I don't think Snute's got it in him, to be honest. Maybe something like a Nidus play could be within his realm of possibility, but he's not the type of guy to do proxy hatcheries. He's not the kind of guy to go for some sort of weird Baneling all-in. And for now, he chases off an SCV. That's kind of nice, but 2 Marines should be able to handle this. Sorry, I hope you guys couldn't hear this. Chug some water. Because again, I am dying here towards the end of the cast, but hopefully my voice won't be totally gone tomorrow. Third CC comes up for Seither, and this is kind of interesting. Snute's not in a position to scout this. I thought they said Seither during the IEM broadcast. You know what? Then I will swap it up to Seither until I'm told otherwise. Because I just look at that as like the word either, like either or with an S in front of it. So Seither kind of sounds like the Pokemon too. Seither. But we can go with Seither. Oh no, then Solar says he pronounces it like the Pokemon, so now I can't win. Alright, well, regardless of our Aussie Terran, the third CC in the double engineering base, this is such an incredibly greedy way for a Terran player to play. And I think if scouted is oftentimes punished more often than not. However, Snute's not going to scout this. He doesn't go for an Overlord speed. He doesn't have a fast layer for a quicker Overseer. He won't scout this in time to do anything with it. Now, this isn't terrible, because for him, if he actually cuts Lings after these next 4 and he focuses on droning and macroing, he'll be fine. He'll actually end up outplaying the macro if he tries. But this is so tough. No wall at the front's a little awkward. The Zerglings don't have to stay. He's getting a little greedy, go for another SCV. Hopes the Deepas are down. They were, but not any longer. Grabs a Marine out from the bunch. Caught out from the pack. Yikes. Okay, this is really unfortunate for Snute, who made a bunch of Lings that didn't get anything done, most notably the scouting. late factory, late starport. These are all things that would have been awesome to see. But again, the double engineering base for these double upgrades, not insane for Terran, but something Snute would certainly love knowing about. Amir Hearthflame says, you're still streaming? I went to sleep 9 hours and you're still streaming. Oh my god, holy shit. Yeah, WCS went the distance. So I don't remember the start time of the tournament, but I got in at 9 a.m. today, Texas time. It's currently 11:13 p.m. I did, granted, have a small break in the middle when the internet was down and Wardy was covering for me, but you know what? It's a long day for a good cast, and I don't get to cast tomorrow. So like I said, every moment counts, and I don't want to miss out on a single game if I can. I know it's been a bit of downtime. We haven't got as many matches as I would have loved, but hey, we still got some pretty good ones. That being said, and all of my complaints on the side, we do have to watch what's happening here for Snute. He has stopped making workers. He is making a lot of Zerglings right now, and I don't know how this will go. Even if he was looking to gear up towards like a Baneling bust of sorts, he's coming at this with like a +1 armor follow-up. No layer on the way. This kind of all in, I like the idea. I just don't know if the execution will be here, but oh man, if he goes now, he'll find that wall's not done. Those Marines are out of position. I think he sees that too with the Zergling and the Overlord. He knows. He's looking for the pounce. No Bailey's necessary when you got us around. And there's no SCVs to pull into this mix. That being said, there's still a good concave here from Snute. Legs running into the natural base. Snute trying to block the wall from going up. He gets the engineering bay just in the nick of time. The Marines lose out over here, so he can't continue building SCVs. And, oh, he's not actually going to try and hold this because that engineering bay will fall. You can't repair a building that's being built. Natural base successfully evacuated. But Snute some Baneleys behind this, so he'll be able to bust down that wall at the front, take out that reactor, kill these depots, and I think there's a little more fight in Snute before this is said and done. It's worth noting, Seither does have stim, but no combat shields, and that 1-1 is a ton of extra damage for him. Snute's going to have to land some Banelings, but when we look at the supply count, guys, it doesn't look like it's going to be hard. He should have units to lose. 1-1 on upgrades is nice. I think 53 supply is better in most situations. Oh, he just dropped a supply depot. This is not good for Seither. If that gets busted down, that's going to super supply block him. That's going to beyond supply block him. He goes for the draw for the third, by the way. It is burning. Okay. So he's not looking to go for a fight. He actually gets baited here, not paying attention. 3 Baneleys get picked off. These don't have speed. Layer's nowhere close to being done. Oh, what a waste. I mean, I can't say that, like, he should have maybe defended these. I'm a little bit at a loss, guys. It just seems like such a silly mistake to have made. Maybe he was worried about getting baited. Truly, I don't know, but that was such a waste of Banelings, and Snute missed the opportunity to even walk him into a wall, much less walk him back in towards the Marines. Very awkward. But his macro style is still shining through behind this. He took a 4th base. His creep's looking fan-freaking-tastic. I mean, it's Snute. Why wouldn't it? But he's continuing to pile on more and more Zerglings. For players who have really swapped over, Hydras seem to be the go-to nowadays. But, I don't know. It's almost old. Like, not old school. Like, we still see Rogue do lots of Lings and Banelings, but that's paired with Hydras. The fact that so far Snute has made his game Queens, Lings, and Banes, oh man, that's a lot of Queens. That is like, if they saw the medevacs here, that would be a dead medevac. But, oh no, Snute, what are you doing? He's super out of position. He's got 13 Queens on the map. He's going to have a couple transfuses, that's for damn sure. A little bit of an awkward pickup drop. Medevac heading up northwards. Spore Crawler starts up, but also his tech being revealed, so Hydralisk Den and that Infestation Pit. I'm not sure if Snute plans to go straight to Lair, or excuse me, to Hive. Maybe get some Ultralisks out. He's always been a bit of a Broodlord player back, but like I said, things have changed up. His style's not what it used to be. He's not confident the way it used to be either, so things are just different now. And I think things we expected out of Snute are things he's looking to actively change up. But with the Hydralisk group spine on the way, 19 Banelings, and of course there's upgrades rounding out. He's about to finally catch up a little bit to Seither, but I mean, it's only a little bit. Guy's already got his +2 armor and +3 weapons on the way behind this. Terran can sometimes get ahead in the upgrades for this matchup, but usually that comes around the 2-2, 3-3 timing, not the 1-1 timing for poor Snute. But if I've learned anything watching Rogue play StarCraft 2, and goddamn, Rogue is one of the best Zerg players, it's if you got enough Banelings, upgrades are hardly going to matter. So we'll see if we can get those sweet, sweet Bane connects. Couple Widowmines in the army. Very dangerous for Snute. If he engages properly, maybe it won't be, but he sees all these clumped up units and he doesn't want to roll with the Banes. He sends them in first. He's looking to get some connects. The Widowmines are not with the army. It's been the perfect time to run in and pounce. He tries to get on top of this big Widowmine hits. Waiting to happen, though. They don't go off on the Bailings. He breaks the Marines. 2-2 for the upgrades. Won't even matter as Snute destroys the third base. The army is now gone. Most of Seither's current supply is in Medivacs, and this doesn't look good for the Terran. I'm not sure how the first series went between these two in that best of 3, but I'll tell you what, Snute's bringing it back for game 1 in the second series. Even just getting these barracks cancels is nice. That army supply trade was so good. And while maybe we're finally seeing some Marauders come out, and there's a ton of Medivacs, Snute could probably just ignore this and fight around the natural. In fact, he was thinking about doing that, but took a bad fight with the Medivacs in a bad position, so not looking super hot as he withdraws to the back of the map. I got Zanzer sitting down next to me. Hey, bud, how's it going? Oh, let me turn your mic on. It's not on right now. Hey, how you doing?
Put the headset on.
Yeah, it's on.
Backside forward.
Backside forward.
Backside forward. Yeah. It's like inside out, but the other way. Okay. I'm gonna piss out here. I got my peeps here, but looks like Snute's won this game. Game's over. There's no hyping it. It's useless. Tune out until the next game.
Thanks for stopping
Peace, everybody.
Thanks for stopping by, Zanster. Always appreciate you, man. But yeah, Snute's in a pretty good spot. I think the base layout, the creep. I'm not sure about the no hyping it. I think that's a fucking wrong thing to say, because I can hype the shit out of it. Just you wait and see. But those 3-3 upgrades are a pretty big deal. I think the Banelings are a really important factor to this. But that 3-3 means he's probably going to win most of the Link fights, most of the Hydra fights. Remember, these Hydras don't have weapon upgrades, so they're going to be hitting like wet noodles against the armor of Seither. But Snute also, I want to bring up, he did get to Hive, but so far it's just been for 3-3 and Adrenal. He's not actually gone for a Greater Spire. He's not pushed out an Ultralisk Cavern. I mean, Ling Hydra Bane is a perfectly acceptable way to play this out, but oh, that Widowmine shot was nice. Got a good chunk of Zerglings here on the south side, but oh, Seither's production is getting camped once again. You know, we talk about the production of Terran being their weak spot. Not like this. It's usually because it gets killed in the main, not before it even gets erected in the first place. And these barracks have been constantly harassed. It's taking a long time to get that extra production down. Seither's floating a little bit of money, and he's not quite sitting on the best supply cap of all time, but a lot of this is not his fault. A lot of it is due to the aggression of Snute, who, by the way, still not letting up here. Baits out 2 Widowmine shots in the natural, so Lings are continuing to pick off SCVs. His Terran opponent's got mules, and we can balance wine all day, but you know what? He's down to 34 workers, and that income is shot. It's painted it down red, and this income graph looks entirely like Snute to me. Man, I was hoping Snute would win with nothing but Ling Bane. I mean, it would be cool, but I don't know that you can really pull that off against other high-tier players. I mean, Seither, again, he beat Snute 2-0 the first time they played today. I gotta imagine Snute's not willing to take any silly risks, and while maybe it would be cool to see Baneling Lings be the only thing in the composition, he does eventually need something that shoots up against those Medivacs. Otherwise, as we see, they just free float on by. But 23 Banelings on the way, 13 already made. This concave looks pretty good. I'm not sure if Snute can, or excuse me, if Seither can fight this. That choke's hurting him. It's working against him, not helping him. Bailey's looking to also push through that front line. There's a couple of Widowmines here, but they're going off on the Hydras. No more Widowmines. He's got 23 Banelings. That's 1 Banelings for almost each of these Marines. A base in the bottom left gets scouted. That drop's going to force a cancel. The Hydras are still pushing in. They're kind of weak. Remember, they don't really have upgrades, but they do have armor, so they won't go down easily. Command Center dies. That spells defeat for Seither. As Snute pushes up the ramp, the Baileys get focus fired. That was actually pretty legit out of our Terran, but the stutter step for Snute, is it a little too greedy? Is he going in too deep? He's got no Bailing support. Just Zerglings coming in behind the Hydras. It looks like it'll be enough, though. There's the GG, and Snute will take game number 1. Fuck you, Anton. If you watch this VOD, I want someone to clip that. I'll hype the shit out of a game that's already won. But this is really good for Snute. Again, I think he is the crowd favorite, mostly because he's been around a while. He's Team Liquid. He's friggin' lovable. But again, like, I don't want to seem like I'm cheering against Seither here. It would also be cool to see some talent make that main stage, make it to that round of 16. Because remember, I will not be casting any. There will be no B stream tomorrow. It will all be up on the main stage or on a foreign language stream. So you guys are going to get to see some faces maybe for the first time battling it up there. Battling it out up there, as I English this up. Well, looks like we're going quickly into Lost and Found. Hey, CK Walsh, my dude, thank you for the 31 months. Glad to have you. Let's go, Snute. Let's go, Snute. Yeah. And Snute's having a rough day. I was talking to him, Snute, because I was like, I want to go party. I want to go hang out with people. I want to go see friends, grab some food. And Snute's like, no, man, I just want to sleep. Like, it's what he's been craving all day. So, ladies and gentlemen, game number 2 in the final best of 3 I'll be casting today. To the bottom left side, we have the red Zerg player from Team Liquid. It's Snute. And his opponent spawning opposite to the top right, it's the blue Terran, Seither, who again, I am not sure how to pronounce the name of, so I apologize if this is incorrect. But man, it's been a hell of a day, and I think sleep is something we all crave. I did talk to Snute though, and I made a joke. Like, because at the time I made this joke, we didn't know whether he'd be fighting against Bly or whether he'd be a rematch versus Seither. Bly went out first in the group, by the way, for those who haven't been keeping up with the brackets, and good job to Bly for that. But for me, I'm just like, Snute, I swear to God, dude, if you play like a 4-hour macro game, I'm going to smack you. And, you know, we kind of joke, and he's like, I'm tired, I'll make these quick, I'll do macro games. Or I won't do macro games. Obviously, we just saw a macro game. And it tells me that Snute's, like, despite all jokes and, like, weariness that he's feeling, he's still ready to fight. And even though it might pain him to play a longer game, he'll play the longer game if it means a better game. Also, I know I know alerts aren't making sounds today, but I see that in chat. J-Kill Feather, thank you for the 1,500 bitty bits. Don't ever let them dampen your hype dreams. BTTV Hype Life, hype on! B Street Hype, what up? Bits for the 14, 15, 16-hour casts. Yeah, that's what it's feeling like. And I appreciate the bits. But also, quick reminder for everybody who does decide to cheer with bits, we do have our own custom cheer modes, which are all these cool weapons. But the most important one is the 1,000 or more tier, because that's a banling busting. And that is like the sickest emote. Like, I don't even want to see the other cheer modes. Don't cheer 5,000 and don't cheer 10,000. Get those out of there. I don't want to see those shitty emotes. I want to see some banlings fucking bust from my boy Snute. Also, Prognosticator, thank you for the 18 months. B stream on Twitch, C stream in our hearts. Hey, hey, hey! And of course, 37 is there's this Banlings. Debated, he says in chat, but hell yeah, look at it, it's so cool! It's so cute! I fucking love it. Thank you, 47ness. Seither comes out now with the Reaper to look what Snute's up to. I do want to remind you guys too, by the way, Snute was the one who had trouble with scouting that last game. He didn't see the 3rd CC, he didn't see the double engineering base go up really early. I was honestly very concerned a lack of scouting was going to get Snute killed. But there is this thing where, like, I'm sure if I asked him, he probably knew what was happening. Because sometimes the lack of information is all you need. Like, if you're running by with Lings and you don't see 14 Marines outside the base, chances are that money's because it's gone 400 minerals into a CC, you know? I think that, you know, there's some very clever people out there, and Snute is certainly one of them. But at the same time, because he won that game, my fear is that he won't be as fearful to scout. A lot of the times, if you lose a game, because you didn't scout, you'll see people bounce back, and they'll even go for like Overlord speed faster. They'll try to scout better, not let the same mistake kill them twice. But because he didn't lose to it, that might not be a priority for Snute. And Seither is doing what looks to be a similar build, at least a fast 3cc. Now, if he goes for the double engineering base after this, we know he's got like one way to play, and that's not bad. Holt was one of the best players that we've had in a long time. And even though he's in the military and not playing currently, we still refer to him a lot because he got good at like one build. Like, he had 3 or 4, don't get me wrong, but Snute was really good at one particular build. Not Snute, Holt was really good at one particular build. So Seither could definitely pull that off if that happens to be the build that works for him. But I'm talking a lot about hypotheticals. Let's talk what's happening. A lot of SCVs go down. 5 workers and a couple Marines to boot. Not too bad here for the trade. As Snute runs down the main, he's also going to confirm some scouting, but not on the 3rd CC. I don't think he saw it. No. Ooh, that's a little bit rough for him to not quite catch it, but not the end of the world either. He got some good damage, and he got some nice harass, and he's up double. Oh my god, he's already up double the worker count. This is actually so sick. Seither, who's going to go for Banshees, is going Banshees against a player who classically goes a lot of Queens. I think that will be a mistake. Also, Mr. Vaggy, thank you for the 200 bits. He's cheering, go Snute. I'm on the Snute hype train right now, and not just because he's up 1-0. I want to see my boy Snute do well. But whether Snute can pull this off or not, again, we're gonna have to wait and see. He was really upset about Marauders. He doesn't like how strong they are. He's gone for a Roach War in this game, so if he builds Roaches, might have to come up against his nemesis, the Marauder. But beyond all this, of course, we also have that Banshee dynamic. Anti-air is going to be a real problem if he doesn't get enough Queens. But it's Snute, so again, I don't think that will be the issue. In fact, Seither does get the Banshee, but he doesn't go for Cloak. Overlord gets a real nice scout, too, to see what's going on. Sees the extra production and knows it's not going to be mech. Lings run by to the natural simultaneously, and even though it's not killing a lot of workers, it disrupts the mining pretty significantly. So Snute, huge leads when it comes to money this game. And that for Snute is a dangerous thing. Do not give this guy money. Giving this guy money is perhaps the only thing more dangerous than giving Roddy money. Because at least you know Roddy's going to spend that money on a casino or something and lose it all. Snoot's going to use it to kill you straight up. Also, if anyone clips this and sends this to Roddy, Roddy, I love you. Someone please make sure to keep that part in. As he continues to look around the map, though, Snoots, I like how active he's being. I think this is really important. Because whether it's Lings up here or an Overlord here, he's looking for what's possibly going to be drops or a Liberator or anything slipping out. But Seither's gone into... Oh, excuse me, yawn escapes me there. Seither's gone into full defense mode. He's also a bit supply blocked. There's a lot of things not going well for our Terran right now. The ecom is maybe the least of his worries. There's an army he's going to have to fight. Now this army's not... Nope, that's muted. That's staying muted, Anton.
The game's over. It's useless.
Get the fuck out of here. Yo, I hyped the shit out of that game, alright? You don't even know.
Why?
I can't hear you. Sorry, soundproof headsets. So, Snute continues to push. There's no roach speed, but there's just nothing to fight with. There's like maybe one tank on the high ground, and he's putting it to cover his third. He's not even going to reach the roaches. A Banshee will eventually clean this up, but Snute should get some pretty good damage in. He drives off SCVs once again, screwing the income of his opponent, but this is going to be a costly one. This, unlike the previous engagements, will not be so cheap for Snute. Roaches are very expensive compared to 5 links, 6 links. So, a couple of SCVs go down. This hurts the income, but it doesn't kill Seither yet. Remember, he went for a fast third CC, so he's got extra mules to try and help recover. Vex lands those mules right in Snute's face. How do you unmute your microphone? I don't know. It's dangerous to do, I think.
Keep pressing buttons until it works.
Okay, it works. Also, you gotta put the mic in front of your face, not under your chin.
We're working on it.
Hey, oh hey look, it's Pro Zerg player's answer, aka Anton. AKA the only guy crazy enough to do Master or Bronze to Grandmasters with no gas. How's it going?
That's a tough question.
Okay. We'll leave the existential crisis for later.
We'll circle back to it. We'll circle back.
We'll circle back.
We had a cool Uber driver. That guy was awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Story for later, I guess. 75 drones to 40. Seither's going to get some serious damage done, and Snute's probably not going to let him. Ravager's ready to respond to this. We got Hydras on deck. He'll shave off a couple of drones, but it can't be. I can't imagine this will be much. There's no second medevac going out. Yikes. This might be the lowest queen count I've seen Snute do in a while, actually. And he hasn't lost many. He just didn't go for a lot of queens. Like, Snute's like a 9 queen kind of guy. I see you're here to help. It's just literally was a Snapchat.
Stefano's doing something, so I'm gonna message him.
Cool. I'll just carry on then.
I'll pop in with the rare gems. You know,
the rare gems, like it's over.
Yeah, but if I talk if I talk all the time, people won't appreciate what I'm saying. You know, I'll just pop in with the rare gems when it's appropriate. Now I'm gonna message my homies.
I love rare gems, and you message your homie. Alright, there's a hive coming out for Snute. It's about halfway done. This is at a timing where he's got 4 bases, 72 drones, and Seither does not have the upgrade lead like he had last game. Snute's also playing a style I really like. He's gone for range upgrades this time around. I think Banelings are a hell of a thing, but Hydras are so damn deadly. And it's funny to compare Snute to someone younger than him, but Raynor is a guy who also focuses on range upgrades over melee. And I really like watching Raynor play, so I'm excited to see Snute bring out the same play style. I'm not going to say Snute's objectively like an amazingly better player than Raynor, but I think he is better than Raynor in most regards, and it's going to be really cool to see this player take that strategy and show us just how it can go down. The Ravagers and Roaches will also benefit from this a bit, but the real question is what comes out of that Hive tech. Snute, again, in the past, very much a Broodlord guy, but no Spire was slapped down in this game, so it's Vipers for now.
He just canceled his Hydralisks to make upgrades, so I think Snute's really going late game here. Not gonna be pushing like most people do with Roach Hydra.
Yo, I talked to Snute earlier. He's like, I'm so tired. I don't want to play any macro games, and he plays 2 macro games back to back.
I mean, it's his style. Like
it's in his blood, dude. He can't not play macro. I don't think Snute knows how to 12 full.
Yeah, like different people have like different defaults things that they go to when they're not really thinking. They're just like laddering. And just doing
like
whatever.
Auto mode and
stuff. Yeah, and usually that's what you want to play in tournaments because it's what you play the most. That's what you're the best at. And Snute always goes late game. You know, no stressing. Doesn't care too much about his economy or whatever. He just gets a good army and relaxes.
Looks like he grabbed those medevacs too. That is not a wall. That is really not a wall.
Doesn't matter too much against roaches though.
I'm just more bothered by the OCD of it. Like, this is a really bad wall.
I think the supplies really do tell the tale here. Like, the game is a little bit over.
Yeah, I mean, the income has been in Snute's favor for the last 10 minutes. And Seither has had no army to really fight with. It's just been up, and up beyond.
Yeah, but it's been kind of a weird game, so it's kind of hard to know where you're at.
Well, Snute took such a bad first engagement. I was actually kind of worried he was overreaching, right? But he grabs the tank. There's a couple more behind this, but that wall falls. With that wall going down, Seither is going to be in a world of trouble if Snute can get past those Marines. Those tanks are his last line of defense, and most of them are going to be blinding clouded or abducted. Yoink! Yoink!
Yeah, this game's over. I'm out. Good luck, dude.
Thanks again, Anton, for stopping by. Your commentary was golden, rare, and gems. But yeah, this game is not looking good. The last few tanks are going to go down. I mean, Snute's got a lot of tanks he's got to chew through, but nothing is stopping him. And while it's not a large Roach Ravager force, look at the supplies! 126 on the army, 30 to the army. Who cares about the overall supply? We know Snute's got drones. There's the GG, the reverse sweep as Snute 2-0s, and he'll make it through to the round of 16 as the final player in this group. I really can't, I don't know what happened that Snute lost to Seither 2-0 the first time, that he could come back and win 2-0 so easily the second time. That actually surprises me straight up. But Snute did fine in chat. No, Snute did fucking fine, guys. Snute won that series, and he gets to go to the round of 16. And remember, there is no player here, I think, that's had a tougher story and a tougher day than Snute. His story getting here has been pretty ridiculous. But thank you so much for joining me for my DreamHack coverage, guys. It's been a lot of fun being in the player pit. I think this does wrap things up for me. I will see if I can grab Snute for a final interview. Maybe we can talk a little bit about what's going on. But other than that, there's no more games left for me to cover. So if you're not interested in the possible interview, have a great rest of your night watching whatever you plan to watch. I think GSL is starting up soon. For those who stuck it out for the whole day, I really appreciate you. Seriously, thank you so much. But I'll be back in just a sec, and I'm going to go see if I can wrangle up me some Snute. So sit tight, guys, and see you soon.